whiskey dust and bad decisions. That's all I carried down this road. 3 things that never asked forgiveness. 3 things that never let me go. With dust across my coat, another empty bottle by the door. I promised myself I'd change last night, then broke that promise before daylight. My old truck barely starts these days, but it still knows all my escape routes. Every road I've taken looks the same, just another place to lose my name. They tell me choose better, boy, like choices grow where money won't. Funny how advice comes easy from men who never missed a meal. Whiskey dust and bad decisions, 3 shadows riding next to me. I paid for every road I've taken, still some roads won't set me free. Whiskey dust and bad decisions, I won't blame the world for all I've done, but don't pretend the road was equal when some men started miles ahead. I lost a woman I should have kept. I lost a friend who trusted me. I said tomorrow way too many times, till tomorrow stopped believing me. The town called me a wasted man, the banker called me a bad risk. Funny how they never ask what happens when a man runs out of chances. I know my sins belong to me, I won't put every blame outside, but when the world keeps closing doors, don't act surprised when men sleep outside. Yeah. They say get sober, get a job, get your life back on the track. Good advice from a man who never had to lose his home. They say just work harder, I say harder for what? When the rent takes everything before the paycheck gets warm. They judge the Bible, they judge the scars, they never ask who sold the bottle or who built the bars. A broken man still owns his choices, but a broken system owns its share. You can blame the man for falling, just don't pretend nobody pushed him there. I won't call myself a victim, I won't call myself clean. I'm just tired of hearing answers from people who will never live the question. Whiskey dust and bad decisions, 3 shadows riding next to me. I've paid for every road I've taken, still some roads won't set me free. Whiskey dust and bad decisions, I won't blame the world for all I've done, but don't pretend the road was equal when some men started miles ahead. Maybe I can leave the whiskey, maybe I can change the road. Maybe carrying my failures doesn't mean I have to carry them forever. I can't undo yesterday, I can't rewrite what I broke, but I can wake up tomorrow and make one better choice. Whiskey dust and bad decisions, I know everyone by name. I won't hide behind my history, and I won't let it be my fate. When still scarred. But maybe a bad decision doesn't have to be the last one. It was $1 million lie, printed clean on paper. Everybody called it business while somebody else paid later. He stood beneath the conference lights, talking numbers like they were truth. He promised jobs, promised growth, promised everyone would benefit. The papers looked official, the signatures looked clean. Nobody asked what happened to the people in between. A lie sounds different when millions call it fact. Put enough money behind it and people stop looking back. It was $1 million lie, wrapped in numbers and suits. They called it an investment while they buried the truth. It was $1 million lie. Everybody played along. The money made it look legitimate, but the damage made it wrong. A factory promised expansion and close the doors instead. A family trusted every word, then lost the roof above their heads. The company called it unfortunate, the shareholders called it smart. Nobody mentioned the workers who had given them the best years of their lives. The man behind the deal still shook hands around the town. He gave a speech about the future while the people counted what they lost. $1 million lie don't sound like a lie, it sounds like strategy when the member the right. Put it in a contract, put it on the news, give it to a lawyer, let the public choose. Call it market pressure, call it necessary change, call the people collateral and pretend that's just a game. A poor man lies, they call him a criminal. A rich man lies, they call him visionary. One loses his freedom, one buys another company. Same deception, different consequences. You don't need to steal when you redefine the rules. You don't need a mask when money makes the lie look true. I don't care how polished the numbers look tonight. If people were destroyed to make the profit right, then somebody needs to name. It was $1 million lie, wrapped in numbers and suits. They called it an investment while they buried the truth. It was $1 million lie. Everybody played along. The money made it look legitimate, but the damage made it wrong. Maybe the biggest lies don't need to be spoken. They live inside documents until the damage is already done. You can buy a better lawyer, you can buy a cleaner name, but you can't change the people who remember what you took away. They can bury it in paperwork, but people remember what was real. call it business, but a fortune built on lies still has to answer for the damage. Dust looks good on a broken man when he's got nothing left to hide. The world stopped asking where he's been, so he stopped explaining why. A crack from county roads. My jacket smells like smoke and rain. I lost a house, I lost a woman. I lost more than I can explain. The mirror doesn't recognize me. The bank don't care what I've been through. The town remembers every failure, but never remembers what I gave. They respect a man when he's standing tall. They forget his name when they watch him fall. Dust looks good on a broken man when the world has stripped him bare. He may have lost the things he owned, but there's still something standing there. Looks good on a broken man. Scars don't make him less alive. Some men lose everything they had and still find a reason to survive. I slept beneath the no gas station sign while rich men drove past in polished cars. Nobody asked if I was hungry, they just looked away from the scars. A former friend crossed the street, didn't want to know my name. Funny how people love your company until your trouble becomes contagious. Every hand that left. Some people have their own lives, but don't tell me broken men are worthless just because they don't photograph well. They love the winner, they praise the climb. They disappear when you lose your shine. They want the story after you make it. They don't want the years it took to survive it. A broken man makes people nervous. He reminds them life ain't always earned. They say he should've worked harder, maybe I should've, but some rules could last before you know they're broken. They judge the dust on another man's boots, never ask what road put the dust there. I don't need their pity, I don't need their praise. I've carried enough shame to know what it weighs. Something standing there. Dust looks good on a broken man. Scars don't make him less alive. Some men lose everything they had and still find a reason to survive. I used to think a man's worth was measured by what he could keep. Now I know a man's worth is measured by what survives when he loses it. Let them keep their clean clothes. Let them keep their perfect names. I'd rather wear the dust honestly than hide my scars behind the frame. I've lost almost everything I had, but I haven't lost myself. The dust ain't shame, the scars ain't shame. Falling ain't the end, staying down is a choice. They call it justice when the poor go down. We call it business when the rich leave town. Same blood, same law, different ground. Tell me who decided what justice means now. Watching the courthouse lights, where poor men waited through the coldest nights. A man stole bread that gave him a cage. A rich man stole land and they called it trade. The sheriff said the law must stand, then shook a wealthy man's waiting hand. I watched the poor man's mother cry while another man's lawyer made the charges die. They say the law don't have a side, that every man gets judged alike. Funny how the scales get heavy when the right man's money's on the line. They call it justice when the poor go down, when the judge puts another poor man underground. They call it business when the rich walk free, then tell us that's the way it's meant to be. They call it justice when the poor go down, put another number on another small town man. If justice wears a price tag in this town, then tell me who can afford to buy it now. I ain't saying every poor man is clean. I've done things that I wish I'd never seen, but I watched a rich man's company destroy a family and call it policy. They took the farm with a legal pen, then hired a lawyer to defend the theft. The family lost everything they had. The man who bought it got a civic award. I learned that law can wear a suit and corruption can speak very polite. A man can destroy 100 lives and still be welcomed at the charity dinner. Yeah, they want a villain, they want a face. Give them a poor man, they call it justice. They want a headline, don't want a name. Don't ask the question, who profits from the blame? The poor get sentenced, the rich get settlements. The poor get records, the rich get developments. They call it equal, they call it fair, but money keeps finding the doors that aren't there. If justice justice is blind? Why does she recognize gold? Why does she hear when the powerful call? Don't tell me the scales are balanced when one side owns the ground. Don't tell me justice is working when justice only works going down. They call it justice when the poor go down, when the judge puts another poor man underground. They call it business when the rich walk free, then tell us that's the way it's meant to be. They call it justice when the poor go down, put another number on another small town man. If justice wears a price tag in this town, then tell me who can afford to buy it now. I don't need revenge, I don't need the crown. I just want the same law when the powerful come down. Let the truth stand naked, let every ledger show. If a crime is still a crime, then let the whole town know. You can't bury what the people found. They call it justice when the poor go down. But one day every scale gets weighed. When money can't buy another door, we'll see what justice was supposed to mean. Same law, same blood, same ground. If justice is real, let it reach every man. The devil never needed a mask. He never had to hide. He just learned to shake the right hands and stand on the righteous side. Into the courthouse with a smile beneath his head. Nobody looked twice at him, they already knew where he sat. He spoke about protecting families and signed another piece of land. 100 people lost their homes while he called it a better plan. He didn't hide his hunger, he just gave it a better name. Greed became ambition, and taking became the game. The devil never needed a mask, he never needed horns. He only needed people who would look the other way. The devil never needed a mask, he stood beneath the light. The worst things don't always hide, sometimes they look respectable. The banker wore a tailored suit, The sheriff wore a badge, the preacher wore a Sunday smile, the poor man wore the damage. They all spoke about the rules, about what a good man should be. Funny how the rules get flexible when power comes with money. I saw a worker lose his pension, a family lose their home. The man who signed the papers went home and slept alone. They don't need a mask, they need a reputation. They don't need a weapon, they need an institution. Give them a title, give them a chair, give them enough money and people stop asking where. They call it legal, so they call it clean. They call it business, so nobody asked what it means. The devil never needed darkness, he learned to operate in daylight. He learned that people forgive what looks respectable enough. You don't have to hide evil when the crowd protects your name. You just need enough believers to make corruption look like change. Maybe evil isn't hiding, maybe we're afraid to see. Maybe the hardest truth is who we allow to be free. The devil never needed a mask, he never needed horns. He only needed people who would look the other way. The devil never needed a mask, he stood beneath the light. The worst things don't always hide, sometimes they look respectable. Don't tell me evil has a face, don't tell me wicked men look strange. I've seen cruelty wearing kindness, and greed wearing the name of change. A clean shirt doesn't cleanse a soul, a badge doesn't make a man right, and power doesn't make a promise worth believing every time. The devil never needed a mask, and maybe that's the truth. We kept searching for a monster, while the monster stood beside us. The devil never needed a mask, he only needed our trust. He didn't have to fool the world when the world wanted to look away. No horns, no flames, no disguise, just a clean hand and a dirty deal. They told me freedom had a price, so I asked them what it cost. They said depends on who you are and how much you can afford to lose. Raised beneath a rusted roof, where every promise needed proof. Daddy worked till his hands went numb, still the bills kept on coming one by one. They said work hard, you'll make your way, so I worked through every damn day. Funny how the road gets harder to climb when someone else owns every mile. They put a price tag on the air, a fee for this, a tax for that. Then tell the poor man you are free. Freedom sounds different when you can't afford the key. Freedom ain't free anymore. They sold the lock and kept the door. They waved the flag and preached the dream while counting every dollar in between. Freedom ain't free anymore. Some men buy what others die for. If freedom belongs to everyone, why does it cost so much to run? Watched a rich man buy a piece of land and tell the locals this is progress, man. He built a wall where the old road ran, then called himself a generous man. The preacher said be grateful for what you got. The banker said pay me for what you're not. The politician promised a brighter day, then drove past the people he forgot on the way. I ain't bitter, I just learned to see a potter's cage can still be a cage to me. They don't need chains around your feet when debt and fear can keep you in your seat. They say your freedom in the contract line, then take your future one payment at a time. They take you equal till you do believe, or somebody richer decides what you need. They call it ambition when the wealthy is banned. Call it greed when the poor demand a man. But nothing gets called a threat. A man with millions gets called an asset. So tell me again how the system is fair when the same road costs more depending who's there. You can paint every prison with patriotic green, but a prison is a prison when the boss can't be seen. They say the dream is waiting down the road, but every mile comes with another load. Maybe freedom wasn't meant to be sold. Maybe we just forgot who was supposed to own it. Freedom ain't free anymore. They sold the lock and kept the door. They waved the flag and preached the dream while counting every dollar in between. Freedom ain't free anymore. Some men buy what others die for. If freedom belongs to everyone, why does it cost so much to run? I don't want the mansion, I don't want the throne. I just want a road that I can call my own. I don't need permission to breathe beneath the sky. If that's too much to ask, then tell me why. I'll keep riding till the morning comes. They can put a price on the highway, they can put a lock on the door, but they can't put a price on a man who remembers what freedom was for. The town smiles while the river turns red. They say the water's fine. They shake hands beneath the courthouse roof while poison runs downstream. where children used to swim in summer. Now the water carries a darker color, and nobody wants to name the reason. The factory owner gave a speech, said jobs were keeping this town alive. The mayor stood beside him smiling, while dead fish floated by. They tested the water, then buried the report. Money has a way of making poison look acceptable. The town smiles while the river turns red. Everybody knows, but nobody says. They call it progress, call it business, while the poison reaches every house. The town smiles while the river turns red. The truth is written in the water. They protect the money, protect the name, and tell the people not to worry. My neighbor's boy got sick that winter. His mother asked what caused it. The company sent the lawyer first. The doctor came much later. They said there's no proven connection. That's the language people use when proving the truth would cost them more than hiding it ever could. The town council held another meeting. Coffee, handshakes, polished floors. They talked about protecting jobs while closing every public door. They say don't panic, they say trust us. They say the numbers don't prove enough. Meanwhile the river keeps carrying the truth. You can bury a report, but you can't bury the water. They protect the factory, protect the town. They protect the investors. When the evidence comes around, the company writes a check. The politician calls it support. A family asks for answers, gets another locked door. They call pollution an unfortunate side effect, call a dying river the price of progress. If profit needs silence, silence becomes policy. If truth costs money, money becomes morality. I don't need another statement, I can see the river myself. You don't need a laboratory to know something here is wrong. The town smiles while the river turns red. Everybody knows, but nobody says. They call it progress, call it business, while the poison reaches every house. The town smiles while the river turns red. The truth is written in the water. They protect the money, protect the name, and tell the people not to worry. A town can survive a factory closing. A river can survive a season, but people cannot survive forever. When profit becomes the only reason, don't ask me to smile while the water turns black. Don't call me ungrateful for wanting my river back. Children still remember. They'll ask who knew, who stayed quiet, and who chose money over water. The town smiles while the river turns red, but the river doesn't forget. Every lie that entered the water will eventually reach the sea. You can paint the factory, you can polish the town, but you can't make poison water look clean forever. Whiskey knows my sins better than the preacher does. It never asked me to be clean, it only asked me what I've done. I keep a bottle underneath the bed for all the things I never said. Every scar's got a name, every empty glass remembers the same. Mama prayed I'd change my ways, but some nights stretch into endless days. I tell myself tomorrow I'll be new, then pour another glass like sinners always do. They point at me when I walk through town, say I'm drinking my whole life down. Funny how they never point that way at the clean-cut men who sin in daylight. Whiskey knows my sins, every secret, every lie. It knows the nights I couldn't sleep, and every time I ask God why. Whiskey knows my sins, but it never called me clean. I'd rather face the bottle's truth than trust a man who hides behind his dream. There's a man downtown in a tailored suit who never gets blamed for the things he does. He shakes hands beneath the courthouse lights and then goes home sleeping easy at night. He says I'm wasting what little I own while he wastes lives from a marble throne. They call me broken because I drink but never ask what makes a good man sink. I ain't defending every road I chose, I know the weight of what I broke. But if we're counting sins tonight, put every name beneath the light. I got whiskey in the glass, regret in the chest, a history of mistakes that I never confessed. They want a sinner they can understand, a poor man's failure they can put in their hands. But respectability ain't proof you're clean. A suit can hide things that a bottle can't mean. You judge the man sitting drunk at the bar while somebody richer is raising a scar. You call my bottle the source of my shame, but money and power can poison a name. Maybe I'm guilty, maybe I'm lost, but at least I know exactly what it costs. Whiskey knows my sins, every secret, every lie. He knows the nights I couldn't sleep, and every time I ask God why. Whiskey knows my sins, but it never called me clean. I'd rather face the bottle's truth than trust a man who hides behind his dream. If I fall, let me fall honest. If I break, let me break away. Don't give me another sermon from a man who never faced his mistakes. I don't need your pity, I don't need your throne. I'll spend enough nights learning how to face my own. My sins, and tonight I know them too. Every road I shouldn't have taken, every heart I put through hell. Whiskey knows my sins, but the bottle isn't my excuse. Bible never promised heaven, it only showed me what was there. Maybe that's why I keep it close when nobody else can stand the truth. The church bell knows my name. It rings when the daylight dies. I left that town years ago, but it still knows all my life. I was 17 when I learned to run, young enough to fear what I become. Mama prayed beside an empty chair while I disappeared into the midnight air. Every Sunday that bell would ring, calling every sinner and every king. I never thought I knew my name, till every ring sounded just the same. The preacher said the past can be forgiven, the town said some men can't be. Funny how the righteous choose the sinners, they want the whole world to see. The church bell knows my name, it rings across the county line. It knows the roads I've taken, it knows the things I left behind. The church bell knows my name, but it never tells me I'm alone. Maybe every man has ghosts, maybe every ghost knows home. There's a man who sits in the front row, clean white shirt, and the voice kept low. He talks about mercy every Sunday night, then turns his back when the poor need a light. He tells the town who should be ashamed, while nobody asks about his own name. I seen him shake hands behind closed doors, then preach forgiveness from the pulpit floor. I know my sins, I carry them still. I don't need a sermon to tell me what I did, but if I'm counting every stain tonight, let every white collar stand beneath the light. They love a sinner they can point at, a broken man they can understand. Put his face inside the paper, give the town somebody to condemn. But respectable sins don't make less blood. A clean white collar ain't proof for good. You can quote every verse in the book, but the truth still sees what the mirror won't. They say the church is where the guilty go, then why do the powerful sit in the front row? Maybe heaven doesn't care about the clothes, maybe the bell rings for everybody it knows. I don't ask that bell to forgive, I don't ask the town to forget. I spend enough years running from a man I haven't met. The church bell knows my name, it rings across the county line. It knows the roads I've taken, it knows the things I left behind. The church bell knows my name, but it never tells me I'm alone. Maybe every man has ghosts, maybe every ghost knows home. If mercy has a door, I won't ask who holds the key. If Judgment has a price, don't make the poor pay it for free. I came back older, with a heavier name. The bell was still ringing, but I was not the same. The church bell knows my name. The church bell knows my name. And tonight I let it ring. I can't erase the roads I walked, but I can change what tomorrow brings. The church bell knows my name. The church bell knows my name. Let the whole damn valley hear. I've carried every sin I've made, but I won't carry their fear. The bell keeps ringing, the night keeps turning. Maybe forgiveness isn't forgetting. Maybe it's finally facing what you're running from. What you're running from. We were the outlaws, now they call us law. We broke their gates to build our own walls. Carried names they tried to erase. We fought against the men with badges who ruled by fear and called it peace. We swore we'd never become them. We swore we'd never wear the crown. We promised every broken worker that we'd tear their old system down. Then power found our hands, and the room became our throne. The people who once feared the law started fearing us instead. When the outlaws become the law, who watches what they do? When the rebels hold the keys, do they remember why they fought? When the outlaws become the law, the crown can change a man. You can destroy the old prison and build another with your hands. Changed the names above the courthouse, changed the flags above the gate. The people cheered our victory, then waited for their lives to change. We promised justice for the poor, promised every voice would count. But power speaks a different language when the money starts to come around. The same men we once condemned now offered us their seats. We said we'd never take the places, then discovered how comfortable power feels. We fought the king, then took his chair, burned old rules and wrote our own there. We said the system was corrupt, then found out power pays enough. The people gave us their trust, we gave them speeches, then gave ourselves more. Same courthouse, different names, same hunger, different game. That's the oldest trick change. Who's standing at the door, then convince the people they don't need to ask anymore. We called ourselves freedom, we called ourselves justice. But if the people still fear us, what's really changed? A revolution isn't finished when the old ruler falls. It's finished when people don't need to fear the new one. When the outlaws become the law, who watches what they do? When the rebels hold the keys, do they remember why they fought? When the outlaws become the law, the crown can change a man. You can destroy the old prison, then build another with your hands. I don't want the crown if it makes me deaf. I don't want the power if it cost me respect. If I once fought for freedom, I must defend it when I win. Otherwise, the man I hated is the man I've become within. Become the law, let the people hold the keys. Let the ones who wear the crown remember who they promised to serve. When the outlaws become the law, let power face the light. Because a rebel isn't righteous just because he wins the fight. Remember why we fought, remember who we serve. Remember every broken door, remember every word, remember every word. When the outlaws become the law, the story doesn't end. The hardest fight begins when power calls you friend. When the outlaws become the law, don't become what you opposed. If freedom needs another master, then freedom has already lost. We broke their chains, we took their crown. Now we have one question: will we wear it or put it down? Blood on the back road, nobody asked whose. The night keeps its secrets, like the rich keep their truth. Left that town before the sunrise came, with a worn-out truck and a borrowed name. Two headlights cutting through the dust, one road behind me, one thing left to trust. My brother said run, don't turn around, but every secret leaves a mark on the ground. They called it justice when they took his home. Funny how justice always leaves the poor alone. I learned that loyalty comes with a price, and some men sell their brothers for a cleaner life. They shake your hand while they sharpen the knife, then call themselves honest when they steal your life. There's blood on the back road, red beneath the moon. Every dead comes calling, and it always comes too soon. There's blood on the back road, time marks in the rain. You can bury what you but you can't outrun the name. I remember that night by the county line, a black sky hanging over borrowed time. The sheriff knew more than he ever said, while a rich man's lawyer was counting his bread. I ain't saying I'm innocent, that's not my claim. I've carried my sins and I've carried my name, but the man who ordered it never saw a cell. He paid for his freedom and called it a deal. They say the law makes every man the same, but money can buy you a different kind of chain. One man gets buried beneath concrete and stone, another walks free because his money talks on the phone. Backroad dust on a pair of old boots, truth gets buried underneath tailor suits. They want my silence, they want my fear, but the louder they threaten, the clearer I hear. Everybody's brave when the weak can't fight, everybody's righteous under courthouse lights. They call me outlaw because I refuse to kneel, but tell me what makes a clean man steal? Maybe the badge ain't dirty by the way that it shines, maybe it's dirty from the hands behind the lines, maybe the devil don't live down below. Baby, he owns half the town and runs the show. I don't need forgiveness from men like them. I've seen what happens when you trust their pen. If justice is honest, let it walk this road. Let it carry the weight of every secret we know. There's blood on the back road, red beneath the moon. Every debt comes calling, and it always comes too soon. There's blood on the back road, tire marks in the rain. You can bury what you did, but you can't outrun the name. My brother's gone, my town moved on. The courthouse stands like nothing went wrong. But every midnight, when the cold wind blows, the back road remembers what the town won't know. Still knows every lie leaves a shadow, every shadow shows. There's blood on the back road, and I'm still riding through. I can't change what happened, but I can tell the truth. There's blood on the back road, let the whole town hear. Some men run from justice, some men buy out of fear. The road never judged me, it only showed what I was, and every mile behind me still remembers because